the team because yesterday at the award ceremony is all the recognition is based off of 6 generations, which we understand. But I want to give credit to the team because all the effort that they put in the entire year, they deserve to know what is the full number because now our team is over 20 generations already. We have over 225 CEOs, and whatever the company numbers are for the year, Nguyen's team will do almost 50% of that number. For example, last year in 2022, WFG did 1 billion points. Nguyen's team did 514 million. Last year, WFG in 2022 did over 213,000 recruits, and Nguyen's team did over 92,000 recruits. As of today, WFG has 69,000 licensed agents, and Nguyen team have 29,000 agents. But our president, Tom Buchanan, said that me and my dad need to work harder. So, Nguyen team, can we work harder to please our new president, Tom Buchanan? And not only that, but in our team, as of today, we have promoted over 70 people to make at least $1 million or more. Ladies and gentlemen, there might be some times in business that you can join and you can become successful by luck. But to have that sheer number and that mass is not by luck, but is by design. But at the same time, the whole day today and tomorrow you see everybody comes up here look perfect. And in fact, you might even think my family is perfect, and you might think my dad is some superhero or some alien from outer space. And I just wanted to give you some background that we are not out of this world ordinary special people. You know, he's my dad, I'm his daughter, we are spouses, we are your friends, we are your teammates. And some examples that I can give to you about how quote-unquote normal we are, because of my dad's background of being a refugee and an immigrant, we still have immigrant habits. For example, our favorite meal is still a bowl of noodles that costs about $15. You know, we are still very immigrant. We love to save all the plastic bags and use them as, you know, trash or whatever around the house, like in carry things. And, you know, today, the take-out Tupperware that you order is reusable, right? So I want to let you know that, you know, yes, I am so proud of what my dad has accomplished today and to be able to lead WFG for the last 38 years. But I want to let you know, one of the most important things that you need to ask yourself when you come to this convention is that, can a normal person recruit? Can a normal person make a sale and do it on a large scale? To be honest, the answer is no. The normal person cannot do 10,000 recruits a month. But you know what can make it possible to have a large organization like Xuan is when you run a system and to be part of a system. So, you know, I'm just so proud that I remember when my dad first joined this company, my mom said to him, "Xuan, nobody looks like you." And today, everybody thinks that we are a company of all minorities, right? So I know that he had to go through a lot of challenges, a lot of perseverance. And one of our main goals as a family is we want to be able to be an example for all of you because we know why you do this business. We know that you want to come here to change your family, but don't stop there. You know, have a vision to change many people, but also continue to work for many other years so to change many generations, not just your generation. And from some of the biggest lessons that I've learned from my dad is, of course, hard work. So that's why I shared with you in the morning that For those of you that you want to put your time into it, don't be scared. I am the proof of a hardworking father in this business. But the second biggest thing that I learned from my dad is to continue to have a big vision. No matter a vision regardless of title, regardless of income, regardless of material, a vision that will really change the world. And what he taught me, and his goal right now, is to give financial education to 30 million families by 2030. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please help me stand up and welcome to the stage my father and your WFG leader, Xuan.
He almost never smiles.
Hey, how would you like to have your daughter introduce you? Huh? Hey, for those of you who call yourself a builder, can you build your son or your daughter? It's not a coffee talk. I mean that. And in my talk, first of all, you're probably going to hear a very boring talk today. I know there's emotion running high, but this is Monday morning talk, 3 days from now. The excitement, the convention wear off, and you sit in the office. Hopefully, you sit in the office, and the reality face you. So I have some message for you. And I would say that on the record that Alicia showed to me and to all of you is. It doesn't come overnight. It's a 38 years of consistent work. Nothing special. It's something that we confident, we believe to it, and we work for it. Last convention we talked with you about the Ferrari and Toyota. So every year I continue to give you a different version of Toyota talk. Now I want to be very business-like to you because it's Monday morning now. And you look this business, you have to have a strong believe that you can do it, and it's not worth it for you to put your effort into it. And the question is that a person that look like you, look like me, so I said, does not look like a perfect person. Average and ordinary people, can a common person do this business? And I want you to listen carefully. I love the people, high achiever, and I always want to be. But I build business not only the superstar. I want to build business, and out of the 70-something people who have a million, I must say that they are pretty normal. And that's in essence is this business is all about. And I also want to give you a reality picture from what I see, and I think you probably see it, is that we recruit every year roughly about 200,000 people. Isn't it? And by the law number, we're going to bump into some incredible human being. Super high IQ, of people with special situation, special talent, a special circumstance. So the art is always high that every year we have pretty amazing. But on the our 200,000 people like that, we also have 180,000 who is 190,000 or maybe about 200,000 almost those people like every on the road. And that's what we want to talk about. You know, we want to talk about how the people like us can do this business. And then many of you are sitting here, you know, I think that like you, I sit there and I'm wondering, can I do this business? Not only the Monday, but the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and the Thursday. And that is when you're lonely yourself and when the world leaving you behind. And all the excitement wear off very quickly because you're going to face adversity and you face reality. And so the convention, WFG, and I organize convention also. Next week I have another convention in Dallas. I know that we have an obligation to recognize the top performer. But every time I recognize a top performer, I want a little guy out there to know that you can do that. Maybe you cannot do like this guy, but you can do it somewhat and you still achieve your goal. So, a lot of people may say, well, you are bashing the superstar. You're smarter than that. You know, I'm here to build it big. I know that I don't want to build things with tens of thousands of people or 100,000 people. I want to build a million and 2 billion and more. You know, I want to educate 30 million people. We want to be more inclusive. I want to be more into focus on simplicity and doable and repeatable. And I love the business of working people, helping people, or in other words, building people. And you can look at everyone who join you and you say that we have a proven system that can help everyone who wanted to succeed. If you bring your heart here, you don't have to have special skill or talent, but we can work with you every step of the way until you become successful. And I like to have a system like that. And I want to work hard to prove that we have that system for you. I am a system builder. I am a system builder. I build a business 100% relying on a system that can educate people. And I believe in everything in my heart that people can be built, and massive people can be built through a system. And you know, can I have the slide up there? Oh, you guys see it? Oh, one slide, so you can remember easy.
One slide.
You don't have to bring talent. You don't have to bring anything. All you have to do is bring a discipline to this business. Normal discipline. It's not some super duper discipline. You don't have to read 20 books. Or self-improvement, or you don't have to get to some pay some incredible course to do this business. Yes, you can do it. And you just have normal discipline. The discipline that you always have when you go to school. Show up on time. Do some homework. Listen to your teacher. That's simple. No nonsense. Nothing to hype up. Nothing to be sad about. The discipline that you go to work and do an honest day work. So first to talk about, when I talk this, I remember very special conversation of course between Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett. They say, sir, your way of investment is so simple. Why so many people don't want to duplicate that or don't copy that? And Mr. Buffett say, well, because nobody wants to get rich slow. So you want to be fast, right? You want to be big, right? You're one of those guys that go see Warren Buffett and say, show me what a hot stock. Hold on, superstar stock. You know what Warren's philosophy of business is simple. Find a good company run by good people. And you expect that thing to grow for the long term. This is WFG that I see. And ask those good people. And in fact, a lot of superstar is recruited and happen to be built by normal people like that. Because by the large number, you're going to find somebody. But then you cannot build this business by a high barrier. You got to build this business by everyone can go through this barrier. You have to have a lowest common denominator so that you can build. I want to tell you that every human being has a place in the sun. My first sale was the most scary moment in my life. I wish the appointment canceled. I drive the people home and hope that the light is off. I get it, they stare, and I do a horrible presentation. My hands trembling, my voice stuttering, and the guy buy. And later on, I asked, why the hell you buy a guy like me? And the answer is that, idiot, you look so scary, and you're like a chicken. And the reason I buy because I see you so miserable. And a guy like you, I can't know that whatever you say, you tell the truth. Wow. But I trust you. So for those of you who, some reason, like me or like many other people, feel like you don't got what it takes, come on, wake up. there's always a place in WFG for you. Now let me talk about discipline. Don't talk about incredible human being. Just don't go to the gym and look at a guy who are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and then you feel depressed. Go there to be a healthy body. So personal discipline is just be reasonable. Discipline. You want to make money. You want to make your job pay you, let's say $8,000 a month. You want to make $4,000. Put half effort. Put your job. Put 4 hours. Your job pay 8 hours. Make 8,000. Put 4 hours. You cannot put in 1 hour and want to make 4,000. Or you cannot go to work sometime and expect make money. It doesn't work that way. You can do it on a regular basis. In fact, we overpay you. Most of you. Nowadays, I don't know what happened with people, but maybe they watch enough those social media and they think everything have to be very fast. You know, most people nowadays, they go invest, they want the money double overnight. So that's why they never want to invest in the Warren Buffett. So that's why many people never want to listen to the turtle talk. Be disciplined, personal discipline. It's all about good, honest day work. Just be normal. You don't have to be somebody you are not. Just going out, share people some honest talk. Share. People ask, teach me how to. I don't know how to teach you. If I know how to teach you, I write say this line, and you recruit everybody. I mean, even today, I recruit quite a few guys, they still say no to me. And for a lot of people, you know, they always try to find some fastest way. When I go to this convention, every time I want the most, I feel kind of sad to some people for some reason. They just come in and ask and tell me what one thing that I can do. No, there's no one thing. I don't know who tell you to do that, but there's another. I tell people who work with me, you know, I'm good, but not that good. I'm not a miracle guy. I'm not a magician. This is a nasty, go to work daily, just like everybody. You have to face a lot of challenge. You have to face some of the no, and then you get some yes. Just like everybody else. You gotta love the repetition. You gotta love the normal things every day. The personal discipline comes from that part. Keep doing the things over and over every day. And next is the patient. Few people have that personal discipline. You know why you don't have personal discipline? Because the way you think about the business is totally wrong. You want it fast. You want it quick. You are so impatient by yourself. And most important, you probably don't believe in this business. That's why you're so impatient. And that's why you don't have that personal discipline. Everything out there in life, if you have a job, you know that you don't get advanced in your job overnight. You go to school, you know that you don't get to the top of school overnight. It takes time. Working with someone takes time. Working on yourself takes time. It's not a one-day thing. Some of you jump from one leader to the other. You know, some people I say, oh, you know, my upline not very good. I want to change upline. You know what? You change upline, but you don't change. That upline cannot do anything about you.
Tên là vậy.
You know, you're lucky. You belong to a great upline. I don't know, I'm born a rock star. Why you give me to this guy? My upline don't look like me. I'm a yellow guy. My upline look like a purple guy. Can I change the purple hierarchy? Bunch of fool. Hey. I worked 38 years to be able to talk like this. Especially, I'm a grumpy old man. Maybe I jump a little ahead about talk about this thing. About diversity and unity. We celebrate diversity here. But you gotta know that diversity cannot overcome unity. Many people here go to this and you look in the wrong way. I remember when I started, when I was nobody ever come to me, and one day my number up there, and they go out and recruit everybody look like Vietnamese. And anybody will have a, Xuan, I have a guy same last name like you. Can you talk to this guy for me? And I talk, and guess what? The guy don't join. And if the guy don't join, they don't last anyway. Do you know, I tell you, you know how many Nguyen I have don't last? That I know more Vietnamese die after me than many other guys, and I have more Filipino under Filipino, and I have, I don't want to name names, but every leader, there's so few people that try to, this is for builder of the pub, okay? Because I see a lot of people play on that, or you lack understanding, and you say, because this guy well connected me, or they have the same color like me, then he can help me. Well, you are digging your own hole. Because you already set the little vision for your future, your team future, because you always condition that only people in this kind of group can work together, and you're exclusive, so you're no longer inclusive. And you know what? The biggest sin is that you lack of understanding. Somebody don't explain to you that someday you will recruit someone who's gonna be different color than you. And that guy gonna be, you are yellow guy, you're gonna get a purple guy, the purple guy gonna get another pink guy, and the pink guy gonna get a brown guy. And if the brown guy say, I cannot work with a bunch of purple or pink, whatever, I want to go to brown guy, what your business gonna look like? So stop freaking that idea. Now we can go back to the transfer again now. Hey, you know what, WFG, they have that limitation, but I'm an independent contractor. I can say anything I want. Anyway. Maybe this is my last talk or something. You know, it's not easy to stand up here. You know what? Last year they gave me 10 minutes, and this year they say 50 minutes. So 5 minutes more. But I'm cheating. It's because I think Angelo wanted to fix last year, so now he put me in the last one. So I'm closing this one, so. I buy you a sushi, man. Let's say if you overcome your personal discipline, and you do begin to do well. And in fact, many of you are going to trap into your personal gain. Some of you is going to become so good about personal. Whether you're personal recruit or personal sale, and usually mostly personal sale, and you're going to trap it. And many people I saw in the business, the discipline is limited to just personal, and because you don't have a base shop discipline. Because it's a different game. Very strong person. There are many people in this business, I think they stop right there, and they struggle with the base shop. Because the base shop is another business. Because the industry out there is mostly personal discipline. But this business is starting at the next level of base shop discipline. A base shop requires that you have to do what the base shop needs to do. Now, if you're a cook, then you're personal. But you run a restaurant, then you have to have a base shop discipline. You have to be. I always say this. If you're a full-time guy, you're an SMD, and you don't show up at 8 o'clock in the morning at your office, then you have no base shop discipline. And you have a staff also, you should be. Well, why 8 o'clock? Well, this is the thing, because you go to work someone, you show up 7:30. So I didn't ask you anything more than that. 9 o'clock, is that okay? No, 9 o'clock for the loser. Because if you go to work someone, you show up 9 o'clock, they fire you. So many of you don't have the base shop
second shift.
By the time you show up 10 o'clock and your highness flick out some of the email or some of the stuff is 4 o'clock, the time for lunch already. You have to be there at 8 o'clock. Sit there the first half an hour and begin to plan for the next 10 hours. It takes half an hour to plan for the day. And many people show up too late to plan anything. You're not prepared to build a base shop. You're not serious about a base shop. And then you go to base shop, you have to plan it out, and you have to write down everything before you forget what I need to do today. Who I'm going to talk to, who I research recruiting, who will I assign work, who have to contact. Base shop need a different discipline. Personal discipline is, many people I started, they work so hard to get the production up to a certain point, they think, I'm got it, I'm above everybody, and then you stop right there, then you never get to the base shop discipline. And then after that, what about system discipline? Which is about team discipline. Many of you are stuck in base shop game. A discipline means is that a base shop running, and you run is not only you have that base shop discipline, but that base shop, the main purpose, the base shop purpose, the purpose of the base shop discipline is duplication. So that you can build. And if you over long run and you don't build a team, people that can duplicate what you do. If you have such a high bar, it's not always easy for people to duplicate. If you are so perfect, and the little guy may not be able to duplicate you, take it easy. Because you don't just have the Ferrari, you have a lot of turbo, you have a lot of Toyota in your organization. You gotta build a big organization. And then the last is called the life discipline. Your life in the business and your life of the business have to be the same. And also, whatever you talk up here is going to be what is on stage, what you do on stage, having in the same thing when you do on stage. You cannot tell people work hard, but you're not. You're gonna tell people to save money, but you're not. You cannot tell people manage your money, and you're not. You know, I tell my wife, when I travel, you have two choices when a kid asks you. Either you can answer where daddy go, and they say, you can say, I don't know, he's going to work somewhere. Or you can say, dad is going out and work with some teammate to help family. You have two choices. Because whatever we do here in the business, the family have to be eating. I must say that I'm not crediting anything about Alicia, but she's a product of business, and family is always the same thing. You have to make an effort to have your family and your business and anything you do in your life the same way. You don't have to change the two different positions in business or in front of the team or without the team. The same way you do with the team, the same way you do business, the same way you do with family, the same way you do with your brothers, your sisters. You have to be the same. And that is difficult. You know, you don't forget where you come from. When you will see your friend, your family, your old friend, they're gonna see you the same person. Money don't change. When Alicia make $1 million, when she get to whatever position she is, she get to SCBC. And people asked, Go Street asked me, what do you think of Alicia? I think she's, for my standards, she's doing okay. I have 4 staff. I say, look, the first thing I want to look at if she work hard. Number 1. Well, it's funny that it's hard to find people who work hard, especially for a person like her who grew up. By the time she grew up, I do pretty well financially. And then she do this business, and whoever worked with her know how high the level that she worked. But that's the second thing. I want to find out, I say, if she passed this test, is she grounded? Is she humble? Because money may change her. But luckily, so far, she doesn't change that. The third thing is she's a sister too. Because if she want to go far, she had to become a system. A system, a person who build business with a predictable system. For many of you here who come here today, look at business is a very doable business. And I want to analyze some of you who come here, you look at opportunity. First of all, you can start with us with this opportunity, but opportunity won't last too long. But those who look opportunity, it will be short-lived because opportunity is just an initial stage of the business. You have, and the second phase is something you're going to get licensed, and you see this a career, a profession, you can last a bit longer. But the third phase, you have to treat this thing like a business, like any other business, and apply every other business standard into this business. Which means that most businesses, they work more than 8 hours a day. You should know. You have to be mindful about your business. You have to be on your business all the time. I see guys who go to business and they don't make money like us. They don't have a team like us. Every time they take a vacation, they take a month. Or 3 weeks. If you have business, can you go 3 weeks? You go back, you open a restaurant, after 3 weeks you go back, you lost all the lobster, the chicken, and you lost the whole kitchen. So, you have to treat this like a business. But the business can come and go too. There will time you get, the business is long lasting up to a certain point until you find the meaning in the business, the purpose of business, and then it lasts forever. So start with us, give yourself a chance with the opportunity, but as quickly as possible, improve your personal discipline and start building a base shop and turn into this thing like a career for you and start to make some good monies. But then you gotta focus on building an organization and treat it like a business, put all the money and reinvest in the business, just like any other business, and then find a purpose why do this business. We do this thing for 38 years. It's a purpose, it's an end. That the level of person will keep us this long and continue to keep us forever. You know, 38 years, but I believe that we can continue to do for a long, long period of time. Because there is no better place than this business. We have a mission that to turn this one to become not one of those things that people don't understand or a peculiar business, but they have a mission to turn this thing into something we are very proud of. Someday they look to this thing, they can see this is a very, very good business and it has a sense of purpose, because every good and big business have that purpose, and WFG is the business of the future. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's session. Tomorrow morning, the doors to the arena will open at 7:30 a.m. Please enjoy the rest of your meeting.